Hi, welcome to UptimeHealth. I'm going to go over a semi-in-depth overview of UptimeHealth and how we help our clients. In this platform, you'll see a 4-location dental organization that's trying to manage their equipment and service and compliance all in our tool. When somebody first logs in, they're going to see this dashboard, and every line item is a facility. So you can easily access, especially if you manage multiple locations, all their facilities, how many devices you have at each one, what's your compliance score, and how many open service requests you have at any given time. The biggest goal is we want you to be very comfortable with how your operations are doing and are they following the direction that you set out to them. If something's not at 100%, that usually means that there is a task that they didn't complete, and you can drill into that very quickly just by clicking here. The next section is our devices section. Here is where people come to roster all their equipment. As part of an onboarding process at UptimeHealth, we help you build out your entire platform for you, so you don't have to do any of the heavy lifting. What we'll do is we'll help dispatch a technician or work with your existing technicians to understand what are the makes, categories, and models of all the devices in your buildings and where they're currently located. Each device then gets its own unique device record, where we even have more detail about this unit. Everything from who's the manager of this device, who's your assigned technician group that services it, and then we even grab other data points like purchase cost, expected life, purchase year, or serial number. All of these data points help inform an analysis that we call repair versus replace, that we give you and your team to make sure that when something does break down, does it make sense to actually dispatch a technician, or should we think about replacing it instead? And we use data to help inform whatever recommendation we give you. Other parts of this device record are the task section, so you can build out compliance tasks that are associated with this device, and you can see every time somebody has completed it or has missed it. Hopefully this is not anything in this section. In the work orders, how many open service requests do we currently have, and which ones are done, and how much do they cost? What kind of maintenance schedule have we created for this unit? And whatever this is, we can help you standardize this across all of your products that are of the similar kind, or we can help you create your own internal policies that says every sterilizer that we own, we're going to do this every year and every week, and so on. And lastly, the document section, where you can store things like service manuals or anything else you just want to capture and keep track of no matter what. Now that we also understand the devices you have, we're going to help you create these tasks that help you manage it. So here we build tasks that are daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually, whatever the cadence might be. And we customize this for your location. Again, our team builds all this out with you with our expertise. Here are a couple examples of what you'll see in a dental group. So one that's very common is purging water lines. So let's open up how this works. Every task you can give a name, you can give a description, you can give it a category so you can pull reports on that. You can add subtasks if that's necessary. You can even require notes be completed on this task before somebody has the ability to close it out. You can add a supporting link. This might be a YouTube video of how to actually complete this. This is really good for training, especially of new employees that might not understand how your practices do this exact task. You can even attach SOPs. All this will be accessible to any new person that's logging into the tool. And lastly, down here, we can understand what's the cadence. Here we said daily, but let's say we want to do it every 2 weeks on a Thursday. Whatever this is, we're going to help you customize it. And lastly, who should be completing this task? Is it an individual person? So every time we expect Jennifer to do this? Or is it a team of people? This is any manager should be able to complete this. And lastly, we just want to know where to document this. What facility does it belong to? And then is this device specific? Or is this based on an area? The reason we built this way is we want you to be able to make any task possible within our product. So your team only has one tool to log into that can help inform what they're expected to do every day, week, or month. Once a task is built out, we go to what we call the run section. So this is where people actually get their to-do list based on who they are or teams they're a part of. And you can easily see overdue tasks or things that are due for them today. To open it up, you click this button. It'll give you that supporting link, any other details that you have added. They can add notes here. They can upload an image if you want proof of it, or they can just hit complete task. And this timestamps, dates, and signatures it just based on who completed that. Now for managers, we understand overview is definitely important. So here we give you the ability to see across all your locations. And based on where they're at in their score, you can see, well, 100%, that means I have peace of mind that everything is done. But what about the 44%? Here we can see that we completed these 7 tasks, when they were done, and who did it. But you can also see which ones were missed, which is just as important. So we can see that we've missed the inventory controller for the last 3 days. Maybe we need to call them up and explain the importance, or we let them know before they go home, please close out these tasks. You can see how this makes managing multiple locations extremely simple. It also creates a sense of accountability and compliance for your system. And one of the last things I'll go over is how do you actually manage the equipment once it needs a repair or a service request? Well, it's simple. Here, what you would easily do is come here and find the device you're looking for. You can hit I want to request a repair. Because everything's happening through our system, we'll tell you the last time it happened, what date, how much did it cost, who actually did this work for you. You can even access that work order in case you want to review it to see if there's anything you can do internally before you dispatch somebody. And we'll even give you our recommendation. Remember how we said it was replaced? This might be a moment that we look internally and say, maybe we don't get this repaired. We just ask for a quote for a new product instead, because the data, maybe it's the failure rate, the age of the equipment, it's already depreciated, its expected cost of ownership in the next year. All these data points we take into consideration when giving you this recommendation. But if you want to go ahead with the repair, we just ask you give it what kind it is, what's the criticality, any kind of issue that you might be expecting the technician to help with their diagnostics of it. And lastly, we already know who your technician is, so we've put this person here as a default. Once you hit create request, it actually opens up a work order. Here in the work order system, we can actually see all the open repairs that we have across our entire organization. Now, all the views that you're seeing, they're going to be 100% customizable. If you're only working at one practice, you'll only see the repairs, the devices, the facilities at one practice. If you manage multiple, you'll see them all. We can help provision that view appropriately. But the biggest key is we're giving you transparency of what's happening in your buildings. So if you ever want to see what the status of a request is, you can see it here. If you ever want to drill into seeing more detail about it, well, they said they're going to come out between 2 and 4 in June. They expected it's going to be a $200 repair. You can chat back and forth. This will actually send a text message to your technician, but you can also get updates from your technician about where they are. And that way, your office manager, your dental assistants, whoever needs to know this information can access it in real time. Now, let's say once a repair is done, we'll store this service note indefinitely, so you can always access everything that's ever happened whenever you need to at any given time. Our goal is to make sure that you have all the data to make the most informed decisions about your practice as humanly possible. We're going to help you understand more analytics. We're going to even build out customized dashboards. If you want age reports, service contract expirations, anything you want, we're going to empower you with the data to make better decisions, especially as you grow. If you want an even more detailed overview or have any questions, please let us know. Our website's UptimeHealth.com, and we're here just to support and grow with you in the industry.